Okay, this is part two. We're in the Rosewood basement now. We were at the river in the pump house, and now I'm going to show you that line I was talking about that come underneath the road that supplies water. Is this line here that supplies water into this tank. This is the tank we were filling. So that 52 psi I was talking about, the way we're adjusting, 52 psi in the pump house translates to, there's 30 psi in this tank. There's a lot of water in here, and that's a big distance to that river from here. So that's what that translates to. That's why those pressures have to be set kind of differently. So anyway, the pressures at the river are what they are in order to get what they need to be here. So this will never be more than 32 or 30 psi here because of what we did at the river. And this will go all the way down to somewhere around 7 or so. 7 psi will get water all the way down to about that range. And you can see where the pickup is, it's quite low. You definitely don't want any lower than that, because then the pump will starve. Anyway, so that's the purpose of what we're doing at the river. And then I'll just show you, water comes, so the supply is through the piping into this red pump. So this is the pump in the basement here that supplies the whole building. So this is the inlet. I'll show you. This is the inlet for the pump, and this is the outlet. On the inlet side, we have two choices here and two valves. This valve, the valves always go, if it's in line, see this valve is in line, so that's open. And if you turn it when it's not in line anymore, that means it's closed. So I just closed this valve. So this valve is in line, so it's open. And this valve is going across, so it's closed. So we have waters coming in from the river into the pump. And this other line that we have, which is closed, this goes to the three tanks that we have for emergency. 1, 2, 3. This is the emergency water system here. So we can, whenever there's a problem with the river, you can close this valve and then open this valve. Now we're on the emergency, the 3 tanks in emergency. I'll put it back. So that's closed, and that's open. And if you want to know what's going on with the pressure in the building, this is the outlet, and this is the pressure in the building. So we're running at about 62 psi. It goes up to about 68 or so. The pump kicks in that we've got this cranked right up, so somewhere around 38 or so, 38 to 62 or something like that. We've got this thing cranked up quite a lot. And the same, you adjust the pressures underneath here, exactly the same scenario as I showed you at the pump house. You can take this off and the same switching mechanism is under here. And I've got that set using this gauge I just showed you. That's how I've set the pressures in the whole building here. I've got it cranked right up in the building about as high as you can go, because we have 3 floors. I'm trying to get as much pressure up to the 3rd floor as possible. So anyway, this is part 2 because I wanted you to see what's what the other half looked like in the basement. So then the rest of the piping is, after it comes out of the pump, it goes through the filters, you know, the 3-stage filter, and then the UV, and then the tannins, I think, and then off to the rest of the building. So, okay, that's part 2. So if you have a problem with the water system at the river, you can turn the valves on and off here to isolate either one or the other if you have to. And if there's something going on with this pump here, you just unplug it from the wall. It doesn't have a switch, you unplug it. I'll do a separate video maybe on how to switch over things in a power outage. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching.